what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday night here on the Mash and Drum. That is right. Not only are we going to have some Cowboy Bourbon tonight, but second round of Blendageddon. That's right. I have found a couple of lost blends that were lost, and now they've been found. And one of those blends is actually going to go in the mix tonight. Can't wait. Took me, I don't think I ever ran so fast in my life trying to hustle and get everything together, but it happened. What's going on, everybody? Outside the Star says, dude, my Wi-Fi is being a total dog today. Oh, sorry, man. Well, that sucks. What's up? Bourbon Jerks is here. Giddy up. Just opened my Cowboy and ready to taste it with you. Yeah, I just got this in Ohio on Saturday. Crazy. It's got that. I'm going to take that off because that's going to drive me nuts. It's got a big old medallion on it, which I'm sure drives the price up about $50. But yeah, it was that Grinch. It might have been the Grinch that stole them. But Cowboy Bourbon is weird because I would say just with you guys in the last couple of years, we've talked about how Cowboy Bourbon is one of those bourbons. It's kind of a love-hate relationship thing. But at the same time, there's so many people that love this bourbon and they love to say, how come Cowboy Bourbon wasn't in your end of the year, rankings? I generally never see it, but now it's starting to make its way to Ohio. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab one. It was $250. I bought it and here it is. And we're going to taste it tonight. Maybe compare it. Luckily, I did share this bottle with the Bourbon Hunters yesterday on there. I did record an episode with those guys. And basically, we were kind of talking through it, and I'm glad, we had a chance to share it, gave it some airtime. I will say that we were all, one of us did not like it at all. I won't say who. And two of us were kind of puzzled by it. But at the same time, kind of intrigued by it as well. So we'll see how it tastes tonight. Cowboy Bourbon is weird, Jason C. And don't be quoting me on that shit. Hey, Jason, last year I was a little critical of your top 10. This year was so good. Everything was on point. The reason it's the #1 video I look forward to all year outside the star. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, yeah, it was because I didn't do all the crazy B-roll and stuff. I think because last year was more of a rush. I just didn't have the time to do all that. This year, I took the time. And, I will say that I definitely heeded your words. And I was like, okay, I got to get back to doing the fun B-roll. And I had those bottle slides in there. Guys, I think I almost broke at least 3 bottles. The Four Roses is a pain in the ass to slide because it's a weird shape. So it's kind of top heavy because, it tapers up. Well, I should say tapers down. But like the shoulder is a lot wider than below. And man, that thing just wanted to topple over every chance it could, but thank goodness it didn't. So, but it was close. It was close. I also have the new Caleb's Crossing here from Rarebird 101. We're going to be trying this tonight. Just got this bottle. I left the damn paper upstairs, so hopefully Rarebird is watching because he's going to need to tell me the details on this one. This is a blend of straight bourbon and rye, so it's another Burr rye. So can't wait to get into that one. I saw that Four Roses almost tip, clutched my heart. Yeah, it almost did, Steve. Hey, Steve, I'm using your mug. I don't know if you saw it. Thank you so much for the NYPD care package. That was awesome, by the way. That brought me back, man, seeing those patches and the stickers and all the stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm a huge supporters of what the Blue do, and so I had a lot of friends that were cops, so know you guys go through a lot, so appreciate what you do. Picked up the drum key, looking forward to cracking it. Congrats, awesome. That was a Bo Duke Four Roses slide if there was ever one. Enjoy, brother. Did you see the labels for the upcoming Hardin's Creek? If you thought last year's looked like tequila bottles, this year's look like liqueur. Yeah, I did, Sanch, and we're gonna show them tonight. That color and that nose, you better be like this 2025 Cowboy Bourbon. R. Flinch with the first super chat of the night. Thank you so much, buddy. That's awesome by you. Thank you. Did you put a book down or something to stop the bottles from sliding up the table? I'll let you in on a few of my secrets here in a little bit. But let's say hi to some folks in the chat. We have 96 Milliman. Surprised to see a Cowboy Bourbon on the front line. Travis Robeson is here. We got Trev Kunkel. What's up, Trev? We got Tim Jurgensen is here. Echo Juliet. What's up, EJ? Hope you, Melissa, and the fur babies are doing all right. The Bourbon Coach. Nice to see you, Jesse. We got James Morgan here. Cheers to all the blenders. Joey B is in the house. James Morgan. Who's this? We got Tim Romero. We got Top Dog. We got Slap Shots Roadhouse. What's up, Brian? Top Jimmy is here. What's going on, Toby? Nice to see you as always. Excuse me. Hi, Jason, everybody in the chat. Sam Deep Chima is here. Justin Jenkins, Danny Lynn, WV Whiskey. Enjoyed the top 10 list. Yeah, it went a little long, but I mean, you guys know I put so much that's why I hate doing like the the list videos, because I put so much work into them. I don't, but when it's done, and I literally finished editing that video today at like 4 o'clock. And then it took forever to like render and get all the, turn it into a video, just because of how much video content was in there with the bottle slides and the B-roll. So it took a while to render. And I'm like, oh man, is this not going to be ready tonight? So luckily it did. So glad some of you guys saw it already. Dr. Sped is here. Some Grinchy Jack rye in the Glen tonight. That's a damn good rye. Josh Fritzy is here. A-Brod, Prescription Bourbon, the blender of what is it? What did he name his one? Tourette's. Dude, that thing is so good. Little Barry is here. Giddy up. John Legalbo, Top Dog, Rees Mash, Jeremy Hughes. Jeremy has I'm pretty sure you have a blend in the fight tonight. I think I said hi to Fritzy. Let's see. My bourbon buddy is here. Raven 5 in the Glen, and it is wonderful. God, man, he's up to 5 now. Oh my God. I got to get on board with the Ravens. Just some Old Forester 1910 old label in the Glen over here. Very nice. Cheers all. Cracked a black label, Four Roses pick. Got to be great because of the new label, right? You would hope. Danny Lopez. Danny he has a blend definitely tonight. JG is here. What's up, JG? You wise ass. JG just celebrated his birthday, so cheers to JG. Stacy, 4-Leaf Whiskey. MTCU, headed to Texas. Cheers, everyone. There you go. Mauricio Pastanis is here. Good evening. And a bunch more people coming in. Jeremy has Backbone Irish in the Glen tonight. Freeport Steve, happy Whiskey Wednesday to Jason. Everybody looking forward to the show. All right, we're gonna get it going here. Let me go down here towards we have another James Lay member for 33 months. I'm not JG, but I'm cuter, says James Lay. James Lay, thank you so much for the re-up. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Dennis Trake is here. Sanj, I can see Jason tensing up in the background during the bottle slides. Yeah. I almost knocked over 2 bottles, and then I was grabbing one bottle off the table, and then my arm hit it, because it was actually the Raven, and when I went to pull my arm back, I took the bottle with me, and it hit right here, and I literally caught it falling off the table. That thing would have shattered. I would have been devastated if I dropped the Raven, because that was, as you saw, that was my top 3 bourbon of the year this year. So it was really good. Let's see, a bunch of people coming in here. Drum Key Baby, Whiskey Nose, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Hooper is here. Robert Shemmy, Randall, 268 people in the house. Wow, people are interested in good old Cowboy Bourbon. Virginia VA is here. Been a minute, but finally around for a live. Nice to see you, Virginia. How you doing? Good to see you as always. Yeah, we missed you in Discord, in the chat. Pops and I are huge fans. Love the list. Says Snagged 151 on 159, I should say. Glad you guys caught it. Let me see how the video's doing, actually. I always feel like, because I'm last, I'm pretty much last, to see how it does. Wow, it's got 3,000 views in 2 hours. That's pretty good. Oh, that's me. I could here's the thing, it's like you always talk about how, people are getting sick of the top list, but they get views, man. They get views no matter what you do. They do get views. All right, guys, so I'm going to crack this open. So 2025 Caleb's Crossing I had it in my top whiskeys of the year, in the running. I do think it was that good, but it, it just kind of faltered, towards the end. It went up against some pretty heavy hitters though. So killed it on the top 10. Cheers, brother, says Tim Uncut Hensley. Thanks so much, man. Man, this thing does not want to rip. And Rarebird using the high grade cork stoppers. The flippers, thank you for your top 10s. Yeah, the flippers do. The flippers do pay attention to that shit. And there's also a very unique correlation. Whenever you see a YouTuber do a video and praise it, it's like 3 hours later, those bottles are up on the secondary sites or the prices go up. I mean, it's true. There's quite the correlation. Need to Beyblade that bottle if you catch my drift. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna keep working on it here until the shit rips. Oh my God, what the hell is this thing made out of? Oh, there's like a plastic coating on it. No wonder. All right, well, I already took the one piece of plastic off, and now this plastic doesn't want to come off. What in the actual hell? All right. I'm about to break this thing. Is my other blade down here? Oh, maybe I could just puncture this thing with a pen. Jesus. This plastic does not want to rip. There we go. Got it. Have to use my muscles. Come on. Come on. Rip it open, Jason. Come on. All right. Somebody hasn't been to the gym in a while, I guess. I know, right? I just started going to the gym the last week or so. Well, not the gym, but working out here. And man, I was completely sore for like ever. My God. I know you liked Murray Hill SR4. Virginia just released over 600, sitting at almost every store. Really? Weird 2 years later. That's, first of all, why so late? And second of all, the fact that it's sitting, I don't think that's really an indication of the bottle. I think it's an indication of just the market right now, unfortunately. Randall with the 20 gifted. Thank you so much, man. Whiskey Nose for the knife fund. I have a big old knife upstairs, but I usually never need it. Need me to send MJ over there? Yeah, probably. All right, Caleb's Crossing. Batch BBR2. Bottle number 465 of 658. Okay. Tejas Diablo says, also, you inspired me to try 1792 Foolproof Pick again. Very nice. Yeah, that was, I admit, I was wrong on that. Well, again, not that I was wrong, but I just kind of gave up on 1792 Foolproof Picks because I wasn't seeing a lot of them. And when I did see them and I took a flyer on them and bought them, they just weren't great. So yeah. Cheers, Rarebird. Saw the new 13-year coming out. Now the only kid. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that, too. Oh, Rarebird is here. Rarebird is here. All right, Rarebird. Sorry, man, but I left the paper you sent along with this upstairs. So what's the deal with this one? What's so special about this one? And is this out yet? What's the availability? Is it sold out already, knowing how good these are? Let me know. Give us all the deets. Hopefully it's not sold out yet, because I'm about to taste this thing, and if it's really good, which I'm counting it will be, then we'll see what happens. Dude, Wisconsin just got the Master's Key from 2024. What? What is happening? Was surprised you had Raconteur in the Rye of Year, but not Caleb Crossing. Thought you had mentioned your preference was for Caleb Crossing. I just think Caleb Crossing, even though I do think I liked it better than the Raconteur Gemini 2. Or did I? I can't remember. Maybe I did. If that's the case, I think Raconteur Rye Gemini 2, for whatever reason, just held up better in the rye blend. It did fantastic. Whereas Caleb's Crossing got a little bit overpowered by some of the other ones. This one is 8-year bourbon and 12-year rye and a little higher proof over batch 1. Okay. What's the availability here too? The Cowboy is so good every year. All right, we're going to find out. I'm going to dive back into this Cowboy and see how it is. Let me see if this works. This should work. Oh, look at that. There we go. Caleb's Crossing. There's the new one, guys. A blend of straight bourbon and rye whiskey. The bottle cam is back. There you go. And then on the back, you see there you go. So there's David Jennings' signature on the back there, the bottle count, all the good things. All right. I still pass on the 1792 full proof Saz. Shared Pour, Bros Liquors, Unwind Bottle Shop, and some stores in South Carolina all have it. All right. Is it available now? Sorry if I missed that part. Jason needs some Nike cowboy boots. Yeah, no thanks. All right. These are available, guys. All right, let's get into this. This is the batch. This is the batch I sent the Bourbon Junkies. Okay, cool. So the nose comes off like a rye to me, which is kind of cool. I mean, I get clove all day long on this. I get citrus, clove, mint. Wife got me batch 1 for Christmas. Really love it, Rarebird. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The Raconteur ryes, I think, have gotten better, and I think the Caleb's Crossings have also gotten better here and there. But I think Raconteur, for me personally, took the biggest leap, especially that Gemini 2. Even Gemini 1, I thought was a really nice step above the first batch. But Gemini 2 for me was just, I don't know, just had a darker profile. Just loved it. All right, so like I said, a little bit of like a lemon cookie on there, just kind of nice. I've seen stories and posts of people finding older stock in stores again recently. How does that happen? Says Nick Foles. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different indications for that. Sorry, EMC. Not gonna lie, seeing that Drum Key Spirits logo just makes me happy. I'm legit so proud what Jason has accomplished. If anyone has earned this, it's Pork Chop. Thank you so much, man. Good old Pork Chop. Hey, what's up, Brian? Abandoned Bourbon is here. What's going on, you legend? Yeah, the drum key thing is just doing phenomenal. I don't want to keep harping on it because I'm so proud of it. But at the same time, I think we've sold pretty much almost all the bottles. I think there's like 70 bottles left. And that was when you're starting with over 1,300, that's, to me, I didn't think, not that I think they wouldn't sell, but I think what's making me even more happy is like people are tasting the debut and they're going back and buying it again because they love it so much. And even more so than the amazing people that have supported me over the years that bought bottles no matter what. But then you have the same people and then other folks that are trying it and actually going back and buying more of it and just saying how, I mean, somebody sent me a picture, how they compared it against some pretty heavy hitters and debut was their favorite. So pretty incredible. Any date for the rye release yet? I don't have a date yet. We're still waiting on labels, but probably would be, I would think, February for sure. Whiskey Adventure. Hey Jason, you catch my email? Yes, I did see it. I know it's on the way. You have plenty of time. We're gonna fit you in to blend again in here. I think next week. So you're good, man. I should buy a backup, but I'm waiting for that rye to drop. Oh, Freeport Steve got number 2 as well. Took the words out of my mouth, just thinking I need to grab a backup. Yeah, there's about 70 bottles left, guys. So, yeah, if you're thinking about a backup, they're starting to really like trickle down to just, what we have left. My mother is in the chat. M.M. McKenna. Hi, honey. It's mom. How are you? Everybody say hi to I can't say Mrs. Calora. Just say hi to Mary. That's my mama. Mom's here. She's never in the chat. Jason, I love the debut. I bought 2 more this month through PK. I got 2 of the pin hooks after your email. You're killing my budget. Oh, sorry, man, but I appreciate all the support, dude. I appreciate that, man. Add a tube or a box to the next release. We'll be happy to pay the premium. We're looking to do that. We're looking to do it. I'm hanging out with Lena and drinking some bourbon. Of course you are. See, my mom's legit. She drinks bourbon. All right, let's give this a taste. I like how fruit forward it is. I'm sorry, spice forward it is. I said it was like rye forward, which I really like. I like there's like this nice balance between lemon, orange, and then it gets into that rye spice, but there is definitely some sweetness at the end. I'm just trying to see like what it does on the palate here. So here we go. Cheers, guys. Thanks for being here tonight, and let's hang out. It's gonna be fun. Oh, it's way sweeter on the palate. The rye kicks you at the end. Rarebird, dude. Wait, mom? Ciao, Mary. ¿Cómo está? Yep, Mama C is here. Here for the bottle slides. Please slide all the bottles from now on. At some point, I will break a bottle. Just waiting for you to restock the single barrel. I'll restock some single barrels, but those other single barrels are gone. How is Mary not a mod? Well, because my mom very rarely comes on. I don't even know if my mom was modding. I don't even know what she would. I don't even if know what she would know what to do. I tell you what, it may smell like a rye, but it tastes like a spicy bourbon, which is awesome. Again, like this orange, like, and not like tart lemon, more of like a lemon curd, like a sweet lemon comes through. This beautiful orange note, but then it gets into toffee. It's buttery. You guys know I like finding the butterscotch in there. It's got this. The finish doesn't hit you right away. You guys know I always call it, the flag on the play. It's a little bit of a late hit, but then all of a sudden you get all the black pepper, get like the slightest, just little slight note that I'm picking up of like a sweet tobacco on the very back end, which just kind of sets it off from all the sweetness and the spice. Jason sees. Oh yeah, she would put me in a timeout. Dude, your mom is dope. I bet she kept all a bunch of cool snacks and cereal around to feed all your friends when they were over. It wasn't really my mom; it was my grandmother. My grandmother fed everybody, but my mom was still very cool. My mom was about going to the Yankee games and hanging out. 115 proof, dude. The proof on this is perfect, Rarebird. It is just it's so balanced. It's so elegant. This is such a beautiful whiskey. And Rarebird, I'd be honest with you. If I didn't like it, if it wasn't my thing, I'd tell you. I think everybody knows that. But again, like the way this noses, it's just so crazy how it noses so much of a rye. And then when you taste it, it just has this crazy sweet profile. And then the rye comes back at the end, at the back end of it. But all these like fruit flavors mixed with the spice. And that's what I like in these blends. I love balance. I like a good finish. This has everything. This is killer, man. Is this better than the other one? Should I compare it to the last one? Do I have the other one somewhere? Um where's the other Caleb's Crossing? I don't know where it is. I would have to look forward to compare it. But I think this is even better than last year's. Dude. Yep, Rarebird. That's exactly what it is. They're close, but definitely compare. Agree. It's rye forward on the nose, sweet on the palate, spicy on the finish. I have to have it somewhere down here. If it's not, it might be upstairs. Um, Ugh. Shit, I think it's upstairs. Compared to Gemini 2, I could do that. That's here. I thought it was up here. Oh, here's Gemini 2. Gemini 2 I have right here. Okay. Yeah, which one do I like more? Do I like this over Gemini 2? Is it possible? This is my second bottle of Gemini 2, by the way. Let's see. Oh, Big Vic. Let's go Cardboard in the house. What's up, Cardboard Finish? How you doing, man? That's your full name, Big Vic. Cardboard Finish. I'm envisioning a maze of floor whiskey Jason has to navigate each time he stands up. I mean, you're not far off, Paul. Cheers all, Jason. I've been watching your old vids. I've seen the 2018 and you had the JD Tasted Heritage in the top 5. Was that first year it was released? Yes, that was the first year it was released. Yes, it was. Is it too late to send blend for American blend category? Yes. Unfortunately, all the blends are in and I'm already working on the bracket. So can't get that in there. You can just send me a sample of all Caleb 2 and I'll compare it to the first batch. I mean, the Gemini 2 is obviously even more of a rye on the nose, but you do get some of those indications on the Caleb's Crossing. Oh, man. Now when you compare, this doesn't even come off like a rye when you're coming off that nose. It's just, I love how whiskeys do that. Man, this is really opening up too. That's the other thing I love about blends, especially Burais. Like, man, it's getting more rich, like dried fruit in it now. There's like this beautiful wave of like orange toffee creme brulee that just kind of all interconnects. Yeah, then that all hits you on the palate. It's viscous, and then the finish is just rye spice. It's so good. It's really good. All right, let me go to the rack and let me go to the Gemini 2. Chat challenge pick. Pick a bottle you think Jason doesn't own. I'd like to vent again. This whole YouTube long username for everyone in chat is total shit. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube keeps going back and forth with it. It's really annoying. I can be your quality assurance officer. Just send me duplicates of whatever you drink and I'll drink it. I forgot how good the Gemini 2 is as well. My goodness. Gemini 2 is just a dark, decadent rye. Jason and Rarebird, Gemini 2 has been my rye pour for a few months. I wouldn't doubt it, Richie Z. Gemini 2 is sweet until it doesn't want to be sweet anymore. And then it just goes right into this clove, black pepper, almost like orange tea type of note right on the mid palate. But then what sells me on Gemini 2 is the finish on. The finish is just a little bit darker. It's almost like you get these really bright rye notes, especially up front. The spice carries from the front to the back. But the back end of it, I really do feel like you just get like that. Maybe it's the extra like Mizunara influence that's in it. I just feel like it's a little bit darker on Gemini 2 overall from front to back. And I think that's what I love about it. 320 in the chat. Yeah, that's right. Hit the like button while you're here, guys. And if you're here for the first time, really appreciate you guys chiming in tonight. Blake Benson, you nailed it. You win. Tastes like cardboard, I heard. This is like getting into like a cream soda note now, too. Well, coming off the rye. This is delicious, dude. I'm going to compare it. I'll do a video on it, and I will compare both of them. But that's delicious. So if that's available, guys, Rarebird, what's the price on that? Was it like 115? What is that? Brian Newton, thanks so much for that. Really love the Ms. Kiss Raconteur as well. Oh yeah, the Ms. Kiss, that was a good one too. Yep. Blend both, Jason. Okay, yeah, we could blend it. Jason doesn't own any Charles Midnight. That's true. I don't own Charles Midnight. 125 on shared pour, well worth it. I'm telling you guys, there are whiskeys that are more expensive or whiskeys that are maybe cheaper but do not have the flavor this does. So, um, yeah, this is really good. Mm. It's it's kind of reminding me of like what I was talking about today in the top whiskeys of the year video, which was with Maker's Mark and the Star Hill Farms. Every time I go back to that whiskey, I'm tasting something different. That's kind of happening here with this. So, and I like that. Sometimes it's fruity. That sip I just took, I got way more spice on it. So I think that could be a really fun whiskey to explore just for everyone's palate. Again, it's a Barai. It's got some nice ages on it. Higher proof. I mean, if you've been skipping the Caleb's Crossings, for whatever reason, this might be the time to get it because not only is it really good, it's a higher proof point. Got good ages in here. It's nice. Yeah. You ever think of starting a whiskey college, Jason? No, I don't think so. The Daniel Whittington of bourbon. I don't think I could pull that off. Maybe I could. You know what I do like doing though? I do like doing like live tastings, like people bringing me in, doing a tasting, either educating. And I did an event here in Columbus for charity. Let's see, that was I think it was late or actually it was early fall, I believe. And they just kind of put me in a room with a bunch of bourbons and tastings, and a bunch of people came in, sat down. We did it in different waves, and I kind of went through the history, and people were kind of blown away with the history of whiskey and what it entailed. So, but oh my gosh, now the Gemini 2 smells like pure orange peel, like smoky orange peel, dude. I don't know. Rarebird's doing some stuff. He's doing some magic over there. Granted, it's hard to listen to general opinions on Texas whiskey. Just jumped in. What was the Glen on your right you were talking about just now? Your left, Stashes Snacks. So it was this. So the one on my left was the new Caleb's Crossing from Rarebird 101. Delicious whiskey. I'm going to see how this opens up. I'll do a full video on this, maybe a short video. I want to compare it to last year's because I really enjoyed last year's as well. And the one on the right was the Raconteur Rye Gemini 2, which made my top 10, which was also from Rarebird 101. So, yep. Linners, I got mine for $124.99. Do you have a ghost? There are strange shadows of light and dark on your board tonight. Strange on my board. I don't know, something blinking that I'm not seeing. Am I the only one that has that? I think it's I think it's you, dude. Refresh your YouTube. Just refresh it. That might help. I don't know what's going on. Okay, what else can we try here? You know what? Like screw it. Let's get into this Cowboy Bourbon. I'm gonna pour it. I'm gonna let it open up, and then I will rely on you guys to let me know what we want to taste it against. Just because I know there's a lot of crazy weird whiskeys. I thought I brought that whiskey down too. Where did the whiskey everywhere? I thought I brought down the Stag. Where'd the Stag go? I wanted to compare it to Stag. Well, I got a Stag up there. I guess I can compare it to. All right, guys. Cowboy Bourbon. Look how dark that is. Let's go to the bottle cam here. I mean, pretty bottle. Look at the proof on that thing. 146.4. I mean, are you kidding me? Did you give your final thoughts on the Falcon season? Not yet, Kraken. I don't know if I want to do that, but it was disappointing. But it is what it is. The Falcons are going to Falcon. But I am excited, where it's going. But yeah, there you go, guys. I believe, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a wheated mash bill? I'm pretty sure it is. And then if I kind of show you the color of this, look at the color of this whiskey. Look at how dark that is. I mean, that's crazy, crazy dark. Again, it's Texas whiskey. It's going to be dark. I get it. It does not taste 146.6. Yes, it's a wheater. Yep, it's wheated. Okay. So it is hazmat. There were, I think when I read, there was about 10,000 bottles. So it was pretty limited release. I've bottled 6,051, distilled and barreled, aged in oak 6 years. 6 years is like dog years in Texas. So that means this is actually like 14 years old. Yep, Matty Ice. Yeah, I'm excited for what Matty Ice can bring to the table. We'll see what happens. They have to hire the right coach, they have to get the right amount of they have to get a mindset in Atlanta. They need someone that could change the culture a bit. Raheem unfortunately wasn't that guy. I got to put the Caleb. I got to put the medallion back on the Caleb crossing. Is that Pennzoil? Says outside the star a little bit. How did the Calumet 18 so far down the whiskey of the year? Did you like it at first? My bourbon. This is a great question. So I got this question a lot. Calumet 18 for me, I did. I loved it at first. Thought it was great. Thought it was great. But people come over and they see that bottle and they immediately want to try it. And I'm kind of glad they did. So when I was sharing it and people were taking pours of it, basically what was happening is the more medicinal it got, that cherry, that Barton cherry note that can get so Luden's cough drop forward, just for my palate, it completely took over. So, and my Calumet bottle is pretty much halfway down. I mean, it's getting, and if you remember, the Calumet bottle is very, very slightly tapered. So the lower you get, you don't really have as much as you think you do. It's not really a half a bottle. It's less than half. So as I'm sipping it and trying it, it just got too much down the medicinal cherry line, and it completely ruined the experience for me. It was like chewing on a Band-Aid in a weird way. I know that sounds weird, but like to my palate, that's how it was. And I just didn't dig it. Atlanta Falcons are the ghetto version of the Dallas Cowgirls. Loud fans, no fulfillment, full disappointment, says James. James, like, you are so mean about Atlanta Falcons. Like, what the hell, dude? I know you live in Georgia, but dude, relax. I mean, I can't tell if you're like just a disappointed Falcon fan or you just hate them because you want to hate them. That's the thing. I don't think I've ever. Are you an actual just disgruntled fan like most of us are? I mean, I get it. I get why you're so salty, but geez. I mean, that bottle would make a good infinity bottle. Compare Cowboy to your higher proof Buckner's pick. Oh, could definitely do that. I love you. That was my experience with Calumet 16 from the start. Okay. Got my first Cowboy this year, probably my number one chase since the cut for topped, or did it not? I didn't get it in time to do the tasting. So we're going to taste it tonight. That's what I want to do. I want to taste this tonight, see if this would have made the cut for my top. So let's see here. Because I just got this last weekend and I was already way down the path of finishing up the tastings. Okay. Go Steelers. Are you guys, am I freezing on you or is it people's internet? What's happening? Let me turn this back on just in case. I mean, I'm checking. I'm not frozen. Should the Falcons keep Cousins? No, they shouldn't keep Cousins. Falcons, he restructured his contract just so he could be traded. I mean, he wants out. So he already restructured his contract. So he's definitely leaving at some point. But the Falcons are definitely going to need to find another quarterback because Penix is injury prone, unfortunately. So that's the one thing that the Falcons are going to have. The Falcons need a few things. They need a bigger body in the middle of the defensive line. They're a little bit too small on defense, especially on the line. I mean, say what you want about the way they draft, but they drafted 2 studs on the defense last year that contributed automatically. They got more sacks than they've ever had in years. So they have a pass rush now, but they need, I think they obviously need another wide receiver. They need some more, they need some more size on that defensive line. They obviously need some more stability at quarterback, and they could probably use a few more backup linemen, offensive linemen, because they're, they had a good amount of injuries. They're a very steady, very, very good group, but they're a little bit injury prone. Cowboy versus Coy Hill. Okay. Flacco might be available. Hey, you never know. Bring in Phillip Rivers. All right, so this is going to sound weird. You guys ever, I'm going to age myself here. I don't even know, do kids still have these? You know the guns, the little fake guns that kids had growing up, the cap guns? And they came there was those circular little, I don't even know how to explain it. Basically the things that made the noise were in these circles, and around the circle you have these little pods with whatever sulfur powder or whatever was in it to make the noise. And the red plastic ones, exactly. Yeah, it was sulfur. So when you shot it, it had a very distinct smell, and that's what it's not like burnt matches. It's more, I don't know why it's bringing me back to an old cap gun, which is really strange. My mind just went there. Yeah, the red dot caps. I mean, there is some sweetness here. 6 years. Listen, the oak is prevalent. It does smell like Texas whiskey. It's got this fired, almost burnt oak chip type thing going on. Man, dusty corn. But there is a nice little, there is a slight butterscotch note on top of everything, which is kind of bizarre, kind of crazy when you think about it. But yeah, the cap gun little powder note, that thing's real. It's there. I'm telling you, if any of you have this bottle and maybe didn't think of it before, go pour a glass and smell it now. You're going to be like, holy shit, it does smell like that. Yeah, the orange plastic ring. Exactly. The Falcons need a QB, O-line, wide receivers, LBs, QB, and a damn coach that wants to win games. Yeah, Lyndon, you're not wrong. All right. I don't mind the nose. It's kind of funky. It has that sulfur type of note. It's oaky, but there is some sweet. Will it translate to the palate a little bit more? Let's see what we get here. All right, here we go. Jesus, that's a freaking flavor bomb. My word. I don't smell sulfur. You better like it. You don't smell the sulfur? I totally smell it. It smells like old cap gun. I tell you what, I like this better than I did yesterday. Yesterday, I was on the fence. Today, I think it just needed a little airtime, and that it's sweeter than it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was like licking a damn stave, an overcharred stave. Tonight, it is spicy, it is sweet, it is punch you in the face, it is viscous. It does have a little bit of that wheat funk that I don't necessarily always like, but I think the other components of this make up for it. It's not just that. Lance Garrison is an acquired taste. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a lot of experience with these. So in the context of other Cowboy bourbons, I'm not sure where people place this one. It's one of those whiskeys that, again, I always hear you either kind of love it or hate it. But I feel like if there's going to be a a bottle in their lineup that people are going to gravitate to, it's going to be this, just because of the high proof, how dark it is, and it is really a flavor bomb. It's such a weird bourbon. Well, to me, to my palate. Again, I'm just not used to drinking this. So it starts off very spicy, then it gets bready. There's like a breadiness to it. The texture though on it is awesome. I love the texture. Then once it hits like mid palate, you get this quick hit of sweet. Get this little pop of like vanilla, butterscotch, maybe a hint of a dark fruit, and then it just finishes into that Texas whiskey licking the stave type of experience, and then spice at the back end. That's the best way I could describe it. I don't feel like I'm getting that sulfur note on the palate as much as I was on the nose. This thing is kind of crazy. This thing's pretty wild. Um, Cowboy Bourbon tastes like McDonald's sweet and sour chicken nugget sauce. Chicken. I love sweet and sour chicken nugget sauce. Now that that's in my head, dude, you know what? You're right. It does smell like that. Oh my god, you just blew my mind. I never would have thought. I never would have put that together. It does smell like the McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. Oh my god, that's brilliant. I don't know if it tastes like it as much as it's like now. I don't even get Cap Gun. I get sweet and sour McDonald's chicken nugget sauce. That's amazing. To me, though, it doesn't really as much taste like that. It's 250, 225 in some places. That's a very vivid description. Yeah. I mean, that's not a compliment to serving, Larry. Come on, man. You gotta love the nugget sauce. All right, I've had a few pours of this. What should I even like try this against? Yeah, I think Coy Hill was actually a good. I don't want to blow my palate out before blending in, but um I'll try it against the little fireball that is Coy Hill. We'll try this. Just gonna do a little bit of this. I'm just curious. What else should I be comparing this against? Actually, I'll leave this here. It's small enough. Won't be in my way. I told you there was no friggin' cap gun. Admit it, flavor bomb. I feel like there's still some of that cap gun. Yeah, it's there, man. For me, it is. It just took me back there like immediately. But sweet and sour sauce, R flinch. I'll never forget that note. I will never ever forget that note. I always get a defining leather taste with Garrison Brothers. It's kind of nice. There's definitely leather, but again, it's like that. It's an old, beat up, like catcher's mitt type of leather. A still Austin bottle, still Austin. Not even the same league, in my opinion. Stranahan's, I don't think is going to do really anything against here. Wayne Arnold. Um, Kings County Distillery High Proofers, GTS, Iron Rooter Balcones, tried against diesel fuel. um, God, I mean, in the context of weeded bourbons, there's nothing that tastes like this. Nothing, 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 nothing. Yeah, I had that little fireball. Iron Root or Balcones. I don't really have any new Iron Root, and the one Balcones that I have that I love is the Maltzilla. That's my favorite. That's the French oak one that they do all the Froke. Tried against Detling. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm not a fan of Garrison. Catcher's mitt. So like dirty, sweaty hands and leather. I wouldn't say dirty, sweaty hands. I just think like an old catcher's mitt that's been beat up over the course of time. Maybe Garrison will add sweet and sour sauce as a tasting note. everyone's is putting sweat in the glove. Actually, I have a bottle I do want to test against this that I just saw. I think it might be interesting. It's Corbin Cash with their Merced Rye. That could be a kind of an interesting comparison. So let's try this. We have a Jack Daniel's Hazmat. This Corbin Cash Rye is Hazmat. It's an interesting rye, and it is kind of bready. So that's why I kind of want to put it against this and see what we get here. I think that any George T. Stagg I pull out is going to be just way sweeter than that. George T. Stagg is so cherry heavy, and I already had like a couple comments on my video for the top of the year. Where's George T. Stagg? And I'm like, sorry to break it to you, buddy, but George T. Stagg sucks this year. I don't care what anybody says. Not this year, but 2025. 2025, George T. Stagg. It's a huge letdown. It drinks thin, it drinks hot, and it has no layers of. There's not enough layers of flavor that I'm used to with George T. Stagg. I don't give a shit what anybody says. If anybody thinks that George T. Stagg is a top tier George T. Stagg from any year, it's because you're being blinded by the hazmat proof. I'm telling you, put that thing against some older batches, that George T. Stagg in 2025 is going to fall because it drinks so damn thin. I don't know. People are crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just don't think it's even close. CJ Miller, I probably would have had William Liver Weller on the list if I had gotten a bottle of it. I just haven't gotten a bottle of it yet. That's the problem. I had some Malort. Yeah, no thanks. I'm very interested in Detling. Outside the Star, Detling it's very coffee and it's very chocolate. I can't say I've had a lot of Detlings that go outside that type of flavor profile. They're very chocolatey, very coffee beanish. There's that type of profile to it. Almost like the Woodford Reserve Chocolate Redux, which had very heavy chocolate, a little bit of coffee bean in it. I think Detling is right along those same lines. Nah, Garrison will be all right. I'm taking little sips. Green River Single Barrel Weeded. Nah, my cardboard is better. How old is that CC? This one is this one I believe is 9 years old, 8 years old. Yeah, this is our pick. Actually, no, this is 8 years old. 8 years old. All right. Lance, I agree. No one is moving forward tonight. No one's moving forward. You need a glass of milk to cleanse. I'll be fine, Lance. Lance, I've drank way more before a now if I was doing like 15 different hazmats, then yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. But just having these isn't gonna kill me. Nose, burnt wood, gun smoke, toasted marshmallows, palate, black pepper and cooking spice, plum, apricot. Maybe plum is that little hint of dark fruit I'm getting. Finish, flood of warmth laid with dried fruit and toasted marsh. Yeah, toasted marshmallow, maybe. I could see. That could be like the little pop of sweetness to it. There's a lot of like oak on the finish too, our flinch. Now it's smelling like burnt matches, like matches that now the sulfur notes coming through for sure. But that sweet and sour freaking McDonald's sauce, I can't get it out of my head now. All right, the Jack Daniels. Oh, Smoke Eye. Smoke Eye is not a bad call out. I mean, that's all blue corn. I mean, that thing is just liquid candy. Lance. The Jack Daniels, this Coy Hill, this one in particular, this is a 140. Oh, I'm sorry. This one's 153 proof. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it literally tastes like peanut butter on fire. Is it a high malted rye profile? Are you talking about the Corbin Cash? The Corbin Cash is a Merced rye. So different rye context, but it is bready. And that's what I feel like I want to kind of compare it here. James, we're still waiting to hear back from Crittenden. We haven't heard back yet, dude. Yeah, this is way closer to the Cowboy Bourbon, but I think still that this is sweeter. It's got less of that sulfur note and less of that oak profile. I don't know, man. It's like one of those things where Cowboy Bourbon, I could see people really, really liking this, but it's such a standout of a whiskey. Like honestly, if you had this in a blind and you like put this against George C. Stagg and even this Jack Daniels is straight up maple syrup and peanut butter on the palate. Even more peanut butter than I've ever gotten, probably because I'm coming off the Garrison brothers. And then this Corbin Cash, which is bready, but now I'm getting like this honey butter note on it, which is just delicious. So overall, yeah, Cowboy is its own. Yeah, it is its own thing. Kingsford charcoal briquettes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's peanut butter on fire. It really is in its own class, but I like that class. Yeah, hey, our flinch. I mean, if you dig it, you dig it. You seem like you dig it. I haven't had the Smoke Eye has a barrel proof rye now. Haven't had that yet. Jason, did you ever crack that New Riff Sherry Rye 2025? I didn't. I didn't. I could go get that now. I think I know where I put it. In my maze of whiskey, as you guys call it. I could see the toasted marshmallow. I'm getting an interesting citrus note on the mid palate now. And I wanted to try that after these two just to see if I would pick up anything different coming off these two whiskeys. It does change quite a bit. It's not as sulfur forward for me. Now it's getting a little bit sweeter, a little bit on the brighter side. I feel like the 6-year age statement is coming forward a little bit more. I don't know. I think these Cowboy bourbons, look, if you're a fan, you're going to buy every one of these. But I think for $250, if you're on the fence about buying this, you need to sample this before you buy it. It's just it's very different. This is, when Texas whiskey first started becoming a thing and people were talking about, the weird, like the oak note that people were getting and that, it tasted like a old bar room floor and that funky oak that it has. I mean, Cowboy Bourbon is kind of the epitome of that. But I do feel like it's more developed. It's not just like rusty old oak. I think there is some good flavors in here, but it is really a standout. And I just think if you're on the fence about buying this, this is a definite try before you buy. But if you have experience with Cowboy Bourbon and you really love them, then to this, I'd be interested to see if anyone has like the last 3 or 4 years, what your ranking would be. I honestly would love to do like a Cowboy Bourbon like blind tasting just to see how different some of these could be over the course of time. I love it. To be clear, I grew up in Philly, so not a Cowboys fan. Would you say a whiskey finish in the Ferran sherry barrels make it lean towards a cigar blend style whiskey? Would you say a whiskey finish in Ferran sherry barrels make it lean towards a cigar blend style whiskey? I mean, I guess Diego. I mean, that's the thing though. Like cigar blend is not an actual designation. It's just kind of what you want to make it. But I think what people or most drinkers have in their heads is that cigar blend is basically what Joseph Magnus has been. Armagnac, sherry, port, a combination of those, maybe a rum finish. There's always been those combinations for cigar batches. Um, but I think a Ferran sherry could be designated as a cigar batch if ever so inclined. I think that it could, but I think it also depends on how rich the sherry influence is on that particular batch. Does it just kind of give it a kiss of sherry, or is it really deep and rich within it? If it's the latter, then I think you have an option to be a really good cigar blend. The finish on Garrison kills me. The nose and palate I like. I could see that, Lance. I could see the finish being a little bit. The finish is where you get that Texas funk, and I think can be very off putting for people. This is not the Still Austin profile, which I think why a lot of people love Still Austin, because Still Austin has found a way to take Texas whiskey and turn it into like butterscotchy, dark fruit, fermented fruit, rum-like qualities from Still Austin. And, you know, I mean, let's be honest, the American palate loves sweet. We love sugar. We love candy. We love everything sweet. So the sweeter you go, the better off I think people will like your whiskeys. Garrison is a little bit, yeah, there's some sweet, but it's more dry, oaky, earthy, whatever the term is you want to call it. So I'll say this. I don't dislike it. I'm not sure if I love it. I'm still getting to know it. And I think as I keep sipping this over the next couple days, I will do a full review on this because, you know, I need some new bottles to review. And I'm going to wonder if my feelings change on it. So we'll see. We'll see. I get a weird finish on Still Austin that I just can't get over, says Shemi. So some Still Austin, Shemi, still does have the Texas funk. It's not like completely immune to Still Austin. I did a blind tasting at some point last year, and I picked out that it was Still Austin. And because I was getting a Texas funk. It started off sweet, but I got something weird on the finish that made me think it was from Texas. I guessed it was Still Austin, and I was right. So Still Austin's not immune to it. Not every product has that weird funk to it, but some of them do. So I see what you're saying, Shemi. That is very fair. You're going to learn to love it. Are you going to switch to cowboy boots from sneakers now? I don't think so. Jason doesn't like Cowboy Bourbon more than a friend. I have some single barrels of Garrison too, and they are crazy strong. Okay. Have you ever tried Bluffton Carolina Gold Rice Whiskey? It's amazing and soft like a weeder. I have not. Is it anything like the rice whiskey that's being put out by what's the place in New Orleans putting out rice whiskey? JT Mellick? Is it similar to what JT Mellick is doing? Because I love what JT Mellick is doing. Do you have a review on the Corbin Cash? No, because I've only ever really done picks, Wayne. I haven't really had an actual profile of it. Yep, Mellick. But Corbin Cash, I called out 2 years ago as one of the brands you have to watch. If you guys have not had anything from Corbin Cash, this is delicious, delicious whiskey. I know Merced Rye sounds weird, but it just gives like an extra pepperiness. There is a doughy, like bready quality to it, but it's just so rich in flavor. It's really good. All right. I'm gonna keep sipping on these. Let me put this one away. I'll put that down. Where was that slot? Right here. Put this back. I'm gonna blend all three and see how terrible this is. I think that will work together. I don't want to put a ton of the Cowboy Bourbon in here, but we're gonna just put a touch, and we'll see. Because I'm a blender now, guys. I'm a blender. Not really. I'm a YouTuber masquerading as a blender. Oh, it actually smells really good. I might have gotten something here. All right, I'm gonna let that mingle. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go through some of the news stories tonight, guys. Let's get into some of this. This is kind of interesting. Let's get into this news archive. Let me go back. Where is this thing? I know that this building looks really weird. This is Whiskey House, which completes the first K-Rax Rickhouse. Now, when I say K-Rax, it's like K-RAX Rickhouse. Whiskey House of Kentucky completed construction of the first 7-story state-of-the-art rickhouse utilizing innovative K-Rax barrel storage technology. What does that mean? This is the first of 12 warehouses that Whiskey House will build over the next decade with the Coder Group, which reached construction completion 1 month ahead of schedule. Each warehouse will hold 48,048 barrels and is designed to improve barrel maturation performance, enhance worker and contractor safety, reduce maintenance needs, and strengthen structural integrity and longevity. As the leader in custom whiskey production, we are proud to introduce the most innovative and advanced rickhouse in the industry for our exclusive customers. All right, so what does this do? It increases maturation performance and airflow by using a full-length vented cupola in conjunction with their continuous floor vents around the entire perimeter of the in the building. In addition to airflow, the floor vents allow alcohol vapors, which are heavier than air, to exit the building for lower vapor buildup, which reduces barrel and structural damage. The coder group could not be more excited to commission the first 7-story K-Rax warehouse. Okay, this all sounds really well and good. I just want to taste the whiskey that's going to be matured in here. I mean, that's the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in those barrels. You talk about all this technology, and that's great and all, and that sounds great. Listen, worker safety, environmental safety, environmental integrity, all the stuff that's wrapped up into that. What people are going to care about is if it tastes good. If that type of a warehouse produces some really, really sick tasting whiskey, really, really good whiskey, then great. But if all that shit produces crap whiskey, no one's going to care. So we'll see what we'll see what the future holds with that one. Yeah, that was a little bit of my problem. Like you're not letting the angels, you're not letting the angel share go to the angels. Like what's going on? Could be the future. It could be. It could be. And I think just the way it's kind of shaking out and what they're talking about, you know, I hope it is. It sounds really interesting. Let's see. They say here, we have been asked by multiple distilleries to help innovate barrel storage warehouses. We are very thankful that Whiskey House gave us the opportunity to bring our innovation and advanced warehouse solutions to the bourbon industry. This development further bolsters Whiskey House's transformative position in the contract whiskey manufacturing industry. Yeah. Guys, look this up. I mean, check out Whiskey House, what they do, these K-Rax Rick houses. It's an interesting read. I think at the end of the day, I think all the different attributes that they are bringing to the table is great, but it's really going to count on how that whiskey tastes coming out of those rick houses. Because if for whatever reason the technology is producing shit whiskey, no one's going to care. So yeah, it does look like a space on Mars for sure. It really does. It's weird. Let's get into this story here. This is kind of cool. Serena and Lily debuts a limited edition Penelope. Now, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. It's Beaufain. I'm guessing it's Beaufain Bourbon. That's how I'm going to say it. Penelope Bourbon announced on Wednesday that it's partnered with popular home furnishings brand Serena and Lily to release a limited edition whiskey tied to Charleston, South Carolina. The release, named Beaufain 4-Grain Bourbon, is an 84 proof 4-grain bourbon produced in a run of 246 cases. The launch coincides with the opening of Serena and Lily's Charleston, South Carolina design shop and will be sold online through shared pour and at select liquor stores in Charleston and nearby markets while supplies last. It's a bourbon made with Charleston in mind, a blend that makes you want to slow down and enjoy each sip, says Polisi. So, all right. I pulled that story thinking it was going to be a little bit cooler than it was. It's tied to a furniture store in Charleston, South Carolina. Nothing against Charleston, South Carolina. Love you guys. But the fact that it's 84 proof, that's not for bourbon geeks. That's for, the people that shop at that store in South Carolina. Can you say Coppola? I'm not even sure what it is. Who the F asked for a Penelope mimosa? I mean, South Carolina, man. That's what they're doing. Gonna get a Martha Stewart whiskey next to fuck. I'm surprised that Martha Stewart hasn't gone into the way of whiskey yet. I could see that happening. How's my blend doing? Again, this is a blend of Jack Daniel's Coy Hill, Corbin Cash Rye, and a little bit of the Cowboy Bourbon. It smells fantastic. Guys, listen, you will never see myself calling myself a genius. but that is a genius blend. If anybody is planning on entering Blend Together next year, you better write that down because that's delicious. Holy shit. I might just make a giant vat of that. Oh my God. Who knew? That is so good. This is it's syrupy sweet, it's oaky, none of that sulfur is there. It's maple syrupy, it's viscous. That thing is crazy. Who wants to come over right now and try this? Cuz you have to, I'm not lying. It's that good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's an expensive blend. All right. That's it for the news. It's been pretty quiet aside from all the craziness going on with Uncle Nearest. By the way, Bourbon Pursuit put out a great video about Uncle Nearest and all the craziness going on. You guys should definitely go check that out. Let's get into some new labels. And the one that everybody lost their mind over this week was the new 13-year-old barrel proof from Wild Turkey. Now, seeing this part of the label probably doesn't excite you, but what really made everybody lose their mind was this part of the label. Everybody saw 45. And I guarantee that there were some people that were like, there's a 45-year whiskey coming from Wild Turkey? No, it's not 45-year-old whiskey. It is the Eddie Russell 45th Anniversary Blend, a tribute to Eddie's 45 years of whiskey making expertise at Wild Turkey. So it looks like the next Russell's Reserve 13-year is going to be a 45th anniversary bottling. It's going to be the spring edition batch. So that's going to be the next edition that we'll see here in the upcoming spring of 2026. Now, can't say anything for the stats as far as like the ages of whiskeys. That's what's going to be in here. Is it going to be older whiskey because it's Eddie's 45th anniversary? Or is it going to be what we got last year in 2025, which was a mostly 13 with some 14-year in it? And they're just kind of putting that on the bottle, to help sell it. So, anniversaries, milestones, all stuff like that within whiskey is very, very highly leveraged each and every year, depending on what distillery you are, to help sell bottles. It happens all the time. You have a 100th anniversary, bicentennial, centennial, 10-year, 25-year, whatever it may be. Distilleries are not stupid. They're going to lean on those milestones in hopes that maybe just using that could sell some bottles. The ones that do it right put something a little bit more special in the bottles and not just put a label on it. So I'm hoping we get some really cool, a really cool blend from Wild Turkey. So we'll see what happens with that. Never going to see it. I need it. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. All right. So somebody mentioned the new Hardin's Creek barrels, and we were talking about how they were a little bit tequila looking in 2025. You want to see the next ones? Here they are. The next Hardin's Creek labels. It looks like they are going to be going with a distillation profile type release. So again, we have 3 distinct bottles. So you have middle distillation, you have high distillation, and you have low distillation. Now, if you kind of read the fine print below, let me see if I can. It says the whiskey bloomed at the lower end of our distillation spectrum with abundant flavor compounds and rich and lush profile flourishes. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, Jim Beam? Like, here's the thing. Jim Beam, which is so known for like oak, caramel, vanilla, spicy finish. Those are their tasting notes for pretty much everything. Now we're getting this shit. Now we're getting, what does the middle one say? This whiskey climbed to the midpoint of our distillation spectrum with its flavor compounds now more concentrated. A well-defined and layered profile takes shape. Again, these are 8 years old, 115 proof. That's what it says here. That was the low. That was the high. What does the middle one say? Concentrate. Okay, no, I think I read that one. This whiskey climbs to the midpoint of our distillation spectrum. Now more kind of well defined and layered profile takes shape. Did I do the high one yet? Is this the high? No, that's the low. All right, let me go to the high one. What does the high one say? This whiskey peaked at the higher end of our distillation spectrum with its flavor compounds now deftly balanced. The profile leaves a light yet lasting impression. I mean, I honestly don't even know what to say. They had the lady from Cracker Barrel to describe the bourbon. Jim Beam is like, I'm telling you, man, those people are eating mushrooms making these labels. Oh my gosh. They're all different. I mean, yeah, let's look at those labels here. So this one is 8 years old, 115 proof. This one is 8 years, 120. And this one is 8 years, 105. So low is 105, high is 120, and the middle is 115. So they're all the same age statement, but they are different proof points. So there is going to be a pretty big difference here. But man, that is those are tasting notes I never would have thought come out of Beam. Those are some creative ass labels. When we're at Beam next year for Bar Sound Blitz, I hope those are close to being bottled because I want to talk to Freddie. I want to talk to Freddie know about those things. Those things just sound wild. Okay. Next up, 1792 is coming out with a straight rye whiskey. You guys can keep that in your pocket. They already have a high rye bourbon. This is their straight rye release that's going to be coming out. 100 proof, nice proof point. Again, I don't know if we need another 100 proof rye in the market. But obviously they have some whiskey to bottle, so they're putting it out. We'll see what happens. Generally, 1792s are pretty affordable, so we'll see how that comes out. Green River is coming out with a honey finished bourbon whiskey. Now, here's the weird thing about this. I don't have the back label on it, but the back label said they took bourbon, dumped it in some barrels, and then they took honey and also put it in the barrels. So, like, this is what the back of the label says. It literally sounds like they took bourbon, put it in the barrel, and they took honey and poured it in the barrel as well. So is it more like a liqueur or, I mean, it is 92 proof. So is it honey flavored? Is it, they just decided to mix the honey with the bourbon? It doesn't sound like it's honey finished. So I don't know. We'll have to get some clarity on that as things get closer. But again, this has the possibility of, being a super sweet, really good summer sipper. I'm telling you, I love like honey liqueurs or honey whiskeys with like ginger ale in the summertime. Oh my God. I love that. I love like honey. Yeah. Just like honey bourbons in the summertime is the best. Like ice, you could crush that stuff. It's so good. This looks like it's going to be along the same lines as that. All right. Blade and Bow. There looks like they're coming out with a 12-year Solera Reserve, 100 proof, straight bourbon whiskey rested in vintage casks. So Solera is kind of a marketing term that people really don't pay attention too much to Solera. It is what it is. It's kind of this ongoing, ever recurring blend that always seems to, as you're pouring stuff out, you're putting stuff in, it just keeps evolving over time. But 100 proof is kind of the surprise there. We never really see 100 proof from Blade and Bow. So 12 years old, interested to try that. And I do want to know what makes these casks vintage. That's what I want to know. What does vintage casks means? I'm telling you, the marketing that's going on in whiskey, they will take any freaking word to make anything sound fancy. Vintage casks. Does that mean they sourced casks from like the 1940s? What makes them vintage casks? Are they made in the vintage style? What's the vintage style? Like, be transparent. What the hell are you saying? And I'm sure when the bourbon comes out, there'll be a whole press release. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's Diageo. Diageo is going to put out a whole thing about that shit. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff going on here, guys. Yeah, here was the other one. It looks like Mr. Jim Gaffigan, who's been kind of heavy in the bourbon scene, is putting out his old whiskey. It says a Comics Obsession very special release, aged in American oak barrels for 20 years. This bottle is number one of only 120 bottles produced, 110 proof. I could tell you that the other piece of the label says distilled in Tennessee. So I'm wondering if he's putting out a 20-year Dickel. And if that's the case, Jim Gaffigan, I don't think, learned enough about whiskey drinkers over the course of his foray into the bourbon scene. Just saying. To round this out here, guys, we have Hard Truth is now giving us some age statements. We have 3 7 years from their bourbon lineup. We have a 7-year straight bourbon. We have the 7 years, let's see, this is the wheated bourbon. And then we have the 7-year 4-grain bourbon. So all three of these now getting 7-year age statements, which is a big deal for Hard Truth. So congrats to them. And then Four Roses has already dropped their limited edition barrel strength for 2026. We don't know what the blend details are, but that's what they are. So there you go. That's the news for the week. Jay West puts out a lot of 15-year Dickel picks. Yeah, I mean, that's true. 120 suckers are born every day. Hey, isn't Blue Note 17 Dickel? Blue Note? Yes, Terrence, it is, but Blue Note does not include the Lincoln County process. That's the difference. So I'm not sure what Jim Gaffigan is using. Guys, that blend is killer. I'm telling you right now, it's killer. 1792 should be releasing a 17-year this year. You would think. Age-stated Solari doesn't make sense unless they're dropping 12-year into 12-year. Exactly. That was also my question. I'm telling you, man, Blade and Bow, that 30 years is probably one of the best bourbons I've ever had, but their other stuff is just weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't forget to crack the new riff. Reese, I'll pull it out for next week. I promise. I don't think I'll have time to do it. I have to get into Blendageddon tonight. So Blendageddon, Franken-Blend 2. Tonight we have 5 pours ready to go. Here it is, guys. Here's the bracket. I already moved on DMC and Jeff Aldis into the top 2 going to advance. And now this week we have Jeremy Hughes, Danny Lopez, Joe Gregory, Kenneth Rathburn, and Eric Snyder all going head-to-head this week. Jeremy Hughes with his Fruits Gone Wild. Danny Lopez with the Kentuckian Smoke Show. Joe Gregory with Ethereal Cereal. Kenneth Rathburn with Murray Had a Little Lamb. Oh, I'm sorry, Murray Had a Little Dram. And Eric Snyder with Tropic Thunder, which I literally just found tonight. So let's get into it. Here we go. Now, same rules as last week, guys. And again, if you guys don't know what Blendageddon is the viewer. This is the viewer-based contest. Everybody makes these great blends at home. They submit them. I judge them. I rank them, and then the top 2 make it through to the next week. And then at the end, the last bourbon or the last blend standing gives you life-changing prizes. This year, I might just give you. I think this year for the Franken-Blend winners, I'm going to be giving away a whole drum key pack. So you'll get shirt, you'll get a sweatshirt, you'll get maybe a hat, and if they're ready by then, and you'll get a bottle. You get a drum key bottle. So yeah, Franken-Blend contestants, good luck. So let me grab my notebook here. This is going to be fun. Let's cue up some music. And one of my favorite parts of the night is just kind of chilling out, drinking some of these blends with you guys, and getting into a bunch of questions from you. So let's get into this real quick. I'm going to drop a little music back here. And what the hell is that song? Let's try this one. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that one a little bit. Oh. Grinch as a gift. Grinch. You guys want nobody's getting the Grinch as a gift. Hell no. What did I do with the pen that I was trying to open the bottle with? Oh, there it is. Got it. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm just going to mix these up a little bit. This will either help or kill some of these blends. Kenneth Rathburn says he's nervous. Well, good luck, guys. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I like that song. It's kind of... What's going on with that one? Where's the... What's this one? Okay, yeah, I dig that one. Let's go with that one. All right, guys, here we go. What is a good store in Cincinnati to go to? I've always heard the store in Cincinnati to go to is the... oh, man, I'm not going to be able to think of it. Is it like Jack something? What the hell is it? It'll come to me. Jungle Jim's, not Jack. Jungle Jim's apparently is the store to go to for bourbon in Cincinnati. And then you could go right over the bridge into Kentucky and go to Party Source. So Jungle Jim's, Party Source. Jungle Jim's, Party Source. Those two, if you're in Cincinnati, you could hit both of those. And don't forget, New Riff is right there too. So you could hit New Riff as well. You can hit those 3 spots, get some great bottles, go to a couple of great bars right there in Cincinnati. Get some good pours. It's good stuff there. Do they have Skyline Chili? Dude, don't get me started on Skyline Chili. That shit is disgusting. I'm sorry, Skyline Chili lovers. I can't do it. No hot dog should be steamed. It's against my religion. Here we go. Today I seen this year's Thomas H. Handy B-Top bottle. They had it on the shelf for $5.99. No, not for Thomas H. Handy. No way. That's way too high for Thomas H. Handy. Nope. Can you explain? Can you quickly explain if the Lincoln County process is a legal requirement for Tennessee whiskey? Is it a tradition? Sorry, I'm ignorant to this area. So there are a couple of brands. I think there's like 1 or 2 brands that have been grandfathered in that they don't use the Lincoln County process, yet they could still be called a Tennessee whiskey. But other than that, Lincoln County process can be used for Tennessee whiskey. I'm trying to remember if you have to use it. I think you do to be qualified as a Tennessee whiskey. But Pritchard's, I think is the only one that does not utilize it. And still can be called Tennessee whiskey. But they were grandfathered in when the law got brought into came into, distribution. So yeah, steamed hot dog would be a perfect note for the Garrison Cowboy. All right, guys, let's get into this. Glass number 1. Good luck to all the blenders, guys. Let's see who makes it through to the next round. Let's go. You have to use maple charcoal filter to be Tennessee whiskey, and Pritchard's was grandfathered in. Yep, exactly, Bourbon Doctor. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about it, look for my video called Jack Daniel's is a Bourbon. It goes through all the history, all the different anecdotes, and the actual proof of why Tennessee whiskey came to be versus just being called bourbon, and all the different intricacies in between. It's a great video. It completely proves why Jack Daniel's is bourbon. And not just Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey was really just made for protection of the history of Tennessee whiskey, which I totally get. I think it's great. I'm totally on board for it. It definitely distinguishes itself because it does have such a rich history. But remember, there are bourbons made in Kentucky that still say charcoal mellowed, like Old Ezra and Ezra Brooks. They still say charcoal mellowed on the label. So just because you're charcoal mellowed doesn't mean it doesn't undistinguish yourself from being a bourbon. Legal definition of bourbon states you can't add anything, but doesn't say you can't anything out, and that is all charcoal filtering does. Take a little bit out. Yeah, Bourbon Doctor, I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, is they think that the Lincoln County process is additive when it's not. It's subtractive. It subtracts the fusel oils and some of those weird things that you can get in a young whiskey after distillation. That's why Jack Daniel's, people want to say, oh, the Lincoln County process adds the banana flavor. No, that's fucking wrong. It's not what it does. The banana flavor comes from Jack Daniel's yeast. That's where the banana flavor comes from. It has nothing to do with the Lincoln County process. And, you know, anybody that doesn't want to believe that, I mean, in that video that I made, I literally have Chris Fletcher, who makes Jack Daniels every single day, saying that it's bourbon. If we wanted to call it bourbon tomorrow, we could. And people are still like, oh, no, it can't be called bourbon. I don't get it. It's like the sky is blue, the sky is blue, the sky is blue. No, it's green. Okay, it's green. I mean, there's nothing you could do. Is Tennessee Distilling Group a real thing? Always hear about them. Don't know who sources from them. Do they charcoal filter? It's always assumed Dickel. No. So that's, yeah, Tennessee. So when you see distilled in Tennessee, it's not always just Dickel. Tennessee Distilling Group is also in Tennessee, but they source, they contract distill for a lot of brands. That it means they probably do some contract distilling that requires Lincoln County process. And I think they also do other whiskeys that don't utilize it because they're contract distilling for other brands, maybe outside of Tennessee. So just depends. Pursuit uses it a lot. There you go. All right. So first one here. Man, it's like smoky and fruity. This is kind of nice on the nose. You know what? The one thing on that whiskey that's really standing out is the mouthfeel. Really great texture on that. It's got... It's weird. It's like got... I'm almost picking up like coconut in it. Is there rum in there? What the hell is in that blend? Yeah, other distillers use charcoal filtration, maybe not maple charcoal. Maple charcoal is really the distinguishable aspect of Lincoln County process. It's the maple. But yeah, you can use charcoal to filter your whiskey. There, in fact, are Kentucky distillers that do utilize it still. It's on their labels. I don't mind George Dickel. My bourbon group, we're releasing 2 George Dickel bottles this Friday. So all the patrons, we have a 17 and a 19-year Dickel whiskey that's going to be 2 Dickel Tennessee whiskeys are going to be dropping. Both of them under $100. I mean, the value's stupid, and they're really good barrels. So that first blend it reminds me a little bit of DMC's, where it's got like this really like elegant like flavor profile from front to back. You get creme brulee, it goes into spice. I get like this little bit of like coconut mango, and then it hits into this like a crushed red pepper. That thing's crazy. I dig number 1. All right. Number 2. Oh, holy shit. 2 is going to mess up my palate because 2 is peated. It's peated. There's somebody put peated whiskey in their blend. Holy shit. This is as smoky gets. That is peated to the 10th degree. AKA TKO from Jason's favorite brand. Exactly, Lance. Those super old Dickel single barrels for $60 are crazy value. I had an 18-year one. It's one of the few Dickels I actually enjoyed. As long as the Dickels are a higher proof, I think you get a little bit less of the Flintstone vitamin note, but there's just too many of those 90 proofers out there that really accentuate that Flintstone vitamin note. Yeah, I'm going to have to drink that last because that's a lot of smokiness in there. That is pure peated whiskey. I'm going to save that to the end once I go through these first 4. Okay, next one. Oh, this smells fantastic. Man, now this has a lot of rich fruit notes to it. That was a slight mango. I'm getting heavy mango here. Mango, tangerine. Wow. That's a fruit bomb. Mango, hint of banana, maple syrup, black pepper, maybe even like a strawberries in there. Dude, number 3 is legit. Wow. 3 is really, really well done. 3 has everything from front to back is completely integrated. Nothing sticks out. Nothing goes away. Everything flows through the entire blend from front to back. Great spice. The finish is still going. That's killer. Number 3 is going to be tough to beat right now. I'll tell you that. Let's go to 4. Prozac. Cheers, Jason. Just poured some Sagamore 10. Hell yeah. Oh shit, he had his mango today. 105 plus 17 plus 7 plus year Dickel's amazing. Jeremy Hughes, I agree. Number 2 equals KC Masterpiece. I mean, it's pretty smoky. Yeah. There's definitely some Isla whiskey in there. I may be in the minority, but the purple top small batch is pretty damn good for $55. And the proof point proves it's not just Rowan's Creek relabeled. Yeah, Lance, I mean, for 55, I mean, I guess it's okay, but I do not. I mean, I don't know what. Again, I think it's just the Willard profile. I don't dig it. Yes, Dickel and Bullet are both Diageo. And remember, Diageo has ceased production at Dickel. So there's no distillation going on at Dickel, but they do have a shit ton of barrels. Man, number 4 smells really I mean, now like 3 was like the bright, almost tropical fruits. 4 is dark fruits. 4 is like blueberry, blackberry, maybe a little plum. Dude, 3 and 4 are killing it right now. Dude, 4 is really delicious too. Four has some low-key maltiness to it. I'm going to write that. Low-key maltiness. Great finish, though. The finish definitely lingers. It's got like this... It's got like this burnt toast, almost like a hazelnut thing going on in it as well. And then the finish kind of gets you into those darker fruits, like more, like I said, like blackberry, dark cherry, but it doesn't last long enough. Like I want more of the dark fruit. I feel like it just gives you a little bit of a hit and then it kind of fades pretty quick. I still have a local store with Sagamore 9 year. If there's a store that still has Sagamore 8 year, I'd buy up every single one of those things. Big Cat says paused, only paused. Same with Balcones. The 127 was bad, and I let it sit for 3 weeks, and now it's good. I won't back it up or anything, but it won't drain pour it, says Lance. Absolutely love the Sag 10. Anyone been to distillery in Baltimore? I want to go down, but sad to see Alonzo in an Orioles uniform. Yeah, I mean, I wish him all the best. Wings and Whiskey. He said, okay, just for fun, I blended Coy Hill, 10-year Corbin Cash, and the 24 Cowboy. Why does this work? I don't know, Wings and Whiskey. Why does it work? Did you put like a little bit of the Cowboy in it? Right? Like just a little, like a touch of it with that blend. It's delicious. I don't know why it works. It's the new blend for 2026. It's the new trend, guys. Wings and Whiskey did it. I'm telling you, it works. It shouldn't work, but it works. That's not an unpopular opinion, Terrence. I like the 8 more than the 10. I said that on the video. I still think 8 is my favorite. For me, my ranking is 8, 10, 9. That's how I rank my high 8 Sagamores. If you were going to spend $650 on an Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 2024 or Evan Williams 23, which would you buy? And yes, I know it's a lot of money. Oh, God. First of all, Do not buy the Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 24. It sucks. Just get the Evan Williams 23. It's a higher proof, 107 proof. It's just a good whiskey. If you're going to buy one of them, get the Evan Williams 23 Old Forester Birthday Bourbon. No, thank you. 3/4, 3/4, 1/4, respectively. There you go. Hey, what's up, Jeffrey Wack? Nope, Blendageddon, no more submissions right now. Dude, I like this 4 a lot. I'm going to go to 5 now. Eight. I'm thinking of Sagamore 8. 5 is syrupy sweet. It's like that syrup that like peaches and cherries, like, you know, like the little canned the fruit cocktail can, like super syrupy. That's what this one's doing. Wow. Dude, I love that. That's so interesting. Yeah, for $650, I mean, go buy a GTS. Honestly, go buy, save some money. Buy 2 drum keys, maybe 3. You probably get 4 drum keys for that. You can buy 3 drum keys. Get 3 drum key debuts and call it a day, because it's better than both of those things. Just telling you right now. Pop 'em, don't watch 'em is here? Holy shit. Thank you so much, man. Good to see you. I've missed your content. Where you been, buddy? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you and the wifey are doing good. Definitely miss you, man. Absolute legend. Evan Williams 23 at the distillery, I believe, is like between $300 and $400, if I remember correctly. So $650 isn't like a bad markup. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not a terrible markup from what it is. Where is the drum key available? Just go to barrelking.com. Go to barrelking.com, click Mash and Drum, and you will see the only bottle I have available from the 3 releases is the debut. It's the only one that's left. Like I said, there's about 70 bottles available. That is all that's left out of 1,350 bottles. We have about 70 left, which is incredible. Is it $3.99? Yeah, I think you're right, Trav. I think it is $3.99. Oh my God, 5 is, it's almost, man, a lot of these blends tonight have gone very, very fruit forward. 3, 4, and 5 are all very fruit forward. 1, I think is a little bit more on the, one is more on the, it almost has a nuttiness to it in number 1 too. Hey, what's up, Katie Turk? Nice to see you, Katie. Freeport Steve says, and it's damn delicious. Just buy the full BK January lineup, including drum key. No sulfur, Jay. There's no sulfur on any of this. All right, let me go to 2 now. Now, 2 was the outlier. 2 was the one that it's very smoky. There's definitely whoever blended this, put some peated whiskey in here. You know, it's not. I like it. It's good, but the peat is just. If there are other layers to this, the peat is just overpowering it. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I love peated whiskey, but I like peat with sherry. Like I like that fruit that kind of can balance out all the smoke. This is good. It's a solid blend. I just don't think it does enough beyond the smoke to be like, wow, You know, I remember having one of the blends a couple of years ago that also used peated whiskey, and the way it was integrated within the blend just really stuck out. It made it pretty far. This one, I don't think is there's just not enough beyond the smoke that's giving me like wow vibes to it. Hey, what's up, RDL Boston? What you doing, man? Nice to see you. What are we drinking now? Oh, these are the Blennigeddon blends. I wanted to show you guys a cool pair of shoes I'm wearing tonight. Somebody was asking. And I do have to do the meme of the week. I know I owe you guys 2 memes. These are Para. This is a collaboration with Nike SB, which is skateboards, and Para, which is I believe they're a God, is it German, Danish? They're European artist. And Para, they get with Nike usually a good amount, especially with these SBs, and do really cool collaborations. I love these shoes. So rock those. Rocking those tonight. Unfortunately, all the whiskey was causing too many health issues. Had to scale it back big time. Oh, well, pop them. Yeah, hope you weren't having too much, man. Yeah, it's all moderation. Hope you're doing okay, dude. I want to see a blind of Drum Key versus 12 Summers from someone who hasn't had either. That's a good matchup. Both next level to me. I appreciate that, man. Adam Dorman won the basketball game tonight. Happy coach here. Jason needs to join the book 2 train. You know, I have to try those on, man. The books just... I feel like when I tried on the book ones, they didn't just... I don't know, they look weird. It's like a weird shape on my foot. I don't know, man. Yeah, definitely not cowboy boots. Okay, let me go real quick to the memes of the week before I forget, because I've forgotten the last couple weeks. Meme of the week. We have a couple of good ones. So let's get into the bourbon meme of the week before we rank these. The first one. It seems you've been drinking whiskey. Could you say the alphabet starting with M? Malphabet. I don't know why. This kind of just made me laugh. I don't know why. You know, as always, nobody should be drinking and driving. I get it, but if a cop actually asked you, could you say the word alphabet starting with M, and you said Malphabet, you have to laugh at that. Come on, that's funny. And next, I'm giving Still Austin complete. This apparently Still Austin posted this. This is a brilliant meme. Still Austin posted this one. Check this out. If you read it, it says out dry January, in rye January. Out saying this whiskey is smooth, in saying this whiskey is what does that say? Frictionless. Kind of nice. Out bourbon from Kentucky, in bourbon from literally everywhere else. That's a bold statement. Out reselling bottles, in showing your tanager with friends, sharing your tanager with friends. Love that. Out old fashions, in cold fashions. I love this meme so much. Shout out to Still Austin for putting that out there. That's cool. Love it. Malphabet. Did someone say weird shaped feet? Cowboy boots look great with jeans. What's your peat level? Hazelburn, Springbank, or Long Row? Says Kraken. I'd probably go... It's a good question. Probably Springbank. Probably go Springbank. I did a blind of Drum Key, 12 Summers, Voltron, and When Doves Cry. It was the toughest blind. You had Drum Key #1 in that? Wow, dude. Those are all great, very different whiskeys. But the fact that Drum Key was #1 in that lineup is pretty cool. All right, guys, let's start ranking these. 2, I think, is going to be out for me. There's just not enough there. Also, unfortunately, #1, I think, is going to be out. It's going to be down to these 3. One of these 3 is going home, unfortunately. Just because all 3 of these have depth. They have a lot of flavor. The blends are working together in harmony. It's just a matter of which one is giving me more of an experience. So I'm going to taste through these real quick, and then we'll find out who's making it through. I don't know who said it, but Sagamore 8A and B beat 9 for sure. I have to revisit 10, but finish both of my 8s. Yeah, Kristen, I said it in the beginning. If I had to rank all the Sagamore high age rise, it is 8, 10, and then 9. 8 is still really hard to beat for me. 8 is just delicious. So, and you know I speak the truth, home slice. All right. The noses on these are all great. Unfortunately, there's going to be a really good blend going home right now. Man, all three of these are just so good. How the hell do I might put all three of these through. Well, it's doing things. Oh man, it's so close. Any thoughts on the last two book releases? I know people haven't loved the newer releases, but I've been digging them. Subs Country Connected. I think their stuff's getting a little bit better. To be honest, Country Connected. I can't say I didn't get to try the fourth release. The third one wasn't bad. I like the third one. I feel like they're getting sweeter, a little bit sweeter for the, collective. But I didn't get a chance to try number 4 from Booker's last year. I haven't even seen it yet. So if I come across it, I'll definitely give it a try. Maybe a wild card, Kenneth. Maybe this is the round we get the wild card on this side of the bracket, because all three of these are really, really good. And they're all really fruit forward and they're all different. Eliminate Big Vic. Oh, you already did. Off topic, but what's your NHL team? You loyal to your New York team from long ago? Oh no, I'm a Rangers fan. Rangers all the way. New York Rangers fan. I don't root against the Islanders. I did grow up on Long Island for most of my life, but Rangers are the team I'm most loyal to. Three I'm putting in. 3's going, and 3 is really good. 4. It's 3 and 4. 5 is just on the outside looking in. I mean, it's really close. I'll think about this one maybe as a wild card, but let's find out the first 2 that were eliminated. So let me grab the key. Here we go. And I have all the blends. So all of 5 blenders, thank you. All 5 blenders here. Thank you for sending in all of your details. Unlike some other blenders, Big Vic, who didn't send me shit. All right. Bottle number or glass number 1 is letter D. And that belongs to, unfortunately, Danny Lopez. Danny Lopez. When I first tried that blend, I think what you nailed is the viscosity. The viscosity in that blend is stellar. Unfortunately, the flavor was just a little bit too delicate against the other ones here. Let's find out what was in Danny's blend. I said I was getting like coconut and some other things in there. Let's see what's in this blend. Whoa. So he says, thanks for the opportunity. Franken-Blend, submitted by Danny Lopez. The Kentuckian Smoke Show. 40% ECBP C923. 20% Ben Holiday 1 barrel 8 year. 15% Heaven Hill Select Stock Finish in Sherry. 15% Heaven Hill Select Stock Finish in Armagnac. 10% Nashville Barrel Company 33-year Canadian whiskey. Let the blend sit in a used jug or organic maple syrup for 8 hours once complete. My goal was to make a Kentucky cigar blend. Dude, what? Holy shit. I don't know how that blend got so delicate, but it did. And here's the thing, dude. I think I know you only added 10% of this to the blend, but the 33-year Canadian whiskey might have completely just taken over the blend a little bit. Canadian whiskey, dude, is no joke. The Devils Rangers games that I used to go to back in the 90s were the best games I've ever been to. They were legendary. You sure you got the blends right, dude? Mine was way darker than what I see. I mean, yeah. That's D. That's what was poured. That's what was poured. This is your sample, right, Danny? I mean, I'll pour it in a clean glass here. And if you take these two, I mean, they're the same. I mean, that's your blend, right? That's your blend, dude. Yep. It just, I don't know, man. All that stuff together, I mean, it sounds amazing on paper, but it just, something kind of killed the, again, remember, Danny, what you blend at home and then what sits in the glass of the jar, then when ultimately I end up pouring out could be completely different than when you taste. That's the beauty of of this competition. These blends change and evolve as they're sitting. And unfortunately, I think what happened is that everything really mellowed out a little bit too much. Yes, sir, I'm not good. Danny, you're all right, man. Don't worry about it. All right, the second one here is letter A. Letter A is from Joe Gregory, also known as Smokey Joe. So that makes sense. Smokey Joe has made some really incredible blends in the past. This one, where's his thing? Oh, it's probably attached to this. There we go. Joe Gregory. This was the Ethereal Cereal. Let's see what we got here. Two parts Smoky Scott, 5-year Kalila. 2 parts Abalor Abunad, which is a sherry bomb cast strength. 1 part Klein Leash, 14-year. 1 part Middle West Spirits, Vino de Naranja. I mean, Joe, on paper, this is really interesting, but the smoke just completely took over the whole blend. I feel like you should have went maybe heavier with the Vino de Naranja, Middle West. Did maybe a little bit lighter on the smoke. The smoke completely took over the blend. I didn't taste any of the Vino de Naranja. I mean, I did get a little bit of a fruit note on the back end of it, but the smoke completely just took it over. So, I mean, it's really good peated whiskey. I mean, I'll give it that, but just too much. All right, last one. This is the one that was so much on the fringe. I feel like it tastes familiar. So letter C belongs to Kenneth Rathburn. Kenneth, I'm really debating on whether to keep this in or not, like as a wild card. This might be the wild card on the left side of the bracket because it's really interesting. I kind of want to know what's in it, but I don't want to know what's in it. which means going forward to the second round outright is Eric Snyder with his Tropic Thunder blend, which makes total sense. Wait, which one was actually his? So we have B. Oh, Jeremy Hughes. Jeremy Hughes had the dark one, and Eric Snyder had the brighter one. So these two fruit bombs are making it through to the next round. Kenneth Rathburn is like, dude. Well, damn, I may have written an essay just in case mine did well. Don't feel obligated to read it out loud. You know what, Kenneth, honestly, I might, there's like a peachiness to this. I think I'm going to keep this as a wild card. I kind of wanted to keep one whiskey as a wild card. I think that's going to be it. This is peachy. I'm wondering if you put some Irish whiskey in it, some like older age Irish whiskey. I don't really want to know what's in it yet. Or is it like is it like a Green River? Is it like, what's in there? I'm going to keep it as is. I'm going to keep it as a wild card. So outright though, congrats to Eric Snyder. Congrats to Jeremy Hughes. You guys made some really, really killer blends. And once we get to the semifinals, that's when we'll start bringing in the guest judges, because I'm going to need help deciphering some of these, because these two are actually really close in a weird way. This one it's bright, it's fruity. This is the one I was getting mango. And then you have this one, which is a little bit darker fruit. So which one ends up being better? And then you have this crazy peachy creme brulee type of profile that whatever Kenneth blended. I think we have some great blends here for the left side of the bracket. So congrats to all you guys. This was awesome. And great timing. It's 11:08. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night here. Patrons, I am gonna do an after party. We're gonna talk about our Dickel picks. And as I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share with. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, go check out my top bourbons and whiskeys of the year video, which I dropped earlier tonight. Hope you guys enjoy it. Love all of you. I will see you next week for another great round. The rounds are getting really crazy here with Blendageddon. We got some big hitter blenders coming in the next couple weeks, so we'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys next week. Love all of you. And again, if you have Cowboy Bourbon, Coy Hill, and Corbin Cash, blend that shit. Do equal parts Corbin and Jack and put a little bit of the Cowboy in. You're going to be very happy. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys.